Remember the California gold rush? Thousands flocked west, hoping to strike it rich. Well, strap on your digital pickaxes, folks, because there's a new gold rush in town, and this time, it's all happening on your phone. It's called Pi Network, and it promises to do for cryptocurrency what Henry Ford did for cars. Make it accessible to everyone. No expensive mining rigs, no complicated jargon, just tap a button on your phone once a day, and boom, you're mining cryptocurrency. Sounds too good to be true? That's what we're here to find out. Over the next few minutes, we'll delve into the wacky world of Pi Network, exploring how it works, why it's got everyone talking, and most importantly, whether it's a legitimate opportunity or just another internet-fueled pipe dream. Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. So, is Pi Network the future of finance, or just another flash in the pan? Let's dig in.
Okay, let's break this down. Pi Network is a cryptocurrency project that claims you can mine their digital coin Pi right from your smartphone. No, seriously, your phone. No need for a supercomputer sucking down enough electricity to power a small city.
Launched in 2019 by a group of Stanford grads, Pi Network wanted to create a cryptocurrency that was accessible to everyone. They figured almost everyone has a smartphone, so why not make it easy for anyone to mine crypto?
Now, most cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, rely on a process called mining, which requires massive amounts of computing power to solve complex mathematical problems. This is why Bitcoin mining is often associated with huge server farms and sky-high electricity bills.
Pi Network, however, claims to use a different approach. They call it proof of consensus, which basically means that instead of relying on energy-intensive computations, Pi Network relies on its users to verify transactions and secure the network.
Sounds simple, right? Well, the devil, as they say, is in the details. So, you're probably wondering, how do you actually mine Pi on your phone? Well, it's as easy as ordering a pizza, though sadly you can't buy pizza with Pi yet. You download the Pi Network app, create an account, and then hit the mine button once every 24 hours. That's it. No, really, it's like a digital Tamagotchi that earns you cryptocurrency instead of virtual poop.
But here's where things get a little more complicated. Your mining rate, or how much Pi you earn, depends on a few things. How many people you've invited to the network. Don't worry, we'll get to the whole pyramid scheme thing later. How long you've been mining, and something called a security circle.
A security circle is basically a group of people you trust on the network who vouch for your identity and help prevent fraud. The bigger your security circle, the faster you mine Pi.
Now let's talk about this proof of consensus thing. Pi Network claims this method is more energy efficient and secure than traditional mining. They say it works by having users vouch for each other and validate transactions.
But, and this is a big but, the technical details of how this actually works are still shrouded in mystery. Pi Network hasn't released their code for public scrutiny, which has led to concerns about transparency and security.
Section 4. Pi in the sky, growth, glitches, and the glaring lack of value. Now, despite the lack of transparency and some technical head-scratching, Pi Network has exploded in popularity. They boast over 50 million users worldwide, which is pretty impressive for something that hasn't even officially launched yet.
You see, Pi Network is still in its testing phase, also known as the testnet. They're working on transitioning to the main net, which is basically the real deal, when Pi can be traded on exchanges and, actually used as currency. When that will happen, however, is anyone's guess.
The mainnet launch has been delayed multiple times, which has only fueled skepticism and uncertainty among users. And then there's the elephant in the room, the value of Pi. As of right now, Pi is worth absolutely nothing. You can't trade it, you can't spend it, and you certainly can't buy a Tesla with it.
Pi Network claims that the coin will gain value once it hits the mainnet, but there's no guarantee of that. In fact, there's a very real possibility that Pi will remain a glorified digital collectible, destined to gather dust in the digital wallets of millions of hopeful users.
Section 5. Believers versus doubters. Is Pi the future or just another pyramid scheme? So, is Pi Network the second coming of Bitcoin or just another internet scam dressed up in fancy tech jargon? Well, like most things in life, it's complicated. On the one hand, you've got the Pi believers. They're drawn to the promise of easy mining and potential returns.
On the other hand, you've got the skeptics. They point to the lack of transparency and delays.
And let's address the elephant in the room. the pyramid scheme accusations. Pi Network requires users to invite others to join to increase their mining rate, which is a classic hallmark of pyramid schemes.
However, Pi Network argues that everyone has an equal opportunity to mine coins.
So who's right? It's still too early to say for sure. Section 6. The million-dollar question, or $0 question, is Pi worth your time? So, should you hop on the Pi Network bandwagon? Well, that's a question only you can answer. But before you do, here's what you need to consider. First, remember that Pi is currently worth nothing. You're essentially investing your time and data in the hopes that it will be worth something in the future. Second, there are legitimate concerns about transparency and security. Pi Network hasn't released its code for public scrutiny, which makes it difficult to assess the legitimacy of their claims. Third, even if Pi does launch on the mainnet and gains value, there's no guarantee that it will be a worthwhile investment. The cryptocurrency market is notoriously volatile, and even established cryptocurrencies can experience massive price swings. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to invest in Pi Network is a personal one. There's no right or wrong answer. Just make sure you do your research, understand the risks, and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Section 7. Join the conversation. The future of Pi is yet to be written. The Pi Network saga is a fascinating case study in the world of cryptocurrency. It's a story of ambition, innovation, and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Whether Pi Network will revolutionize the financial landscape or fade into obscurity remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure. Pi Network has sparked a global conversation about the future of money, technology, and the potential for decentralized systems to empower individuals.
So what do you think? Is Pi Network the future of finance or just another internet fad? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Because in the wild west of cryptocurrency, anything is possible.